So yes, it has been a while since we done a video, but once again we are back to do another video, guys. And today's a pretty cool one because we're going to go over my complete Blondie / Debbie Harry vinyl collection. So, hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now then, it has been a while since I've done a video, as I said, and yeah, I'm going to give you my reasons why. I'll quickly explain why. There's a couple things I want to go over in this video just before we get started. I'm going to do it quick so we can get on with the video. I've got 3 things to say quickly. Number 1, I've been on holiday. That's why I haven't been here for a couple weeks now. But anyway, I am back. And yeah, I thought I'd come back with a pretty cool video. And there's been a lot of Blondie talk on my channel. And then me and Mr. Mayor just done a Blondie video. So I thought might as well keep it going. I was going to hold off on this video a bit, but I couldn't think of a video to do today, so I thought, why not? Let's do this. Second off, unrelated to, well, a little bit related to Blondie, I guess. I've been putting the link to my Twitter account in the description of my videos lately, and a few people have actually head over and followed me on Twitter. And I wanted to throw my Twitter account out there here in a video, just let you guys know a bit more. That people have gone over and followed me on Twitter I've really enjoyed it. People have actually been commenting and enjoying some of my posts, and I do a lot of music posts on there. I do my song of the week, so if you guys want to head over there and see some more interaction with me, please feel free to do that. There is a link to my Twitter account in the description. All you have to do is head over there and click follow, and you should see all the things I'm posting, and I will try my best to respond to you, of course, as well. Also, Blondie video, yeah, the reason I'm doing this, as I say, I've done my Blondie top 10 favourites, top 10 least favourite songs a couple weeks ago. It was what you guys wanted to see me do. Some people didn't quite agree with the list. I had a few comments, of people just, not in the nicest way, I'll say, of putting that they didn't agree. And I feel like I really shouldn't need to do this, but apparently I do. Just to say to some viewers who are watching that this is all opinion based, guys. I really don't mean this as in this is what I think is right, this is set in stone, this is fact. It's not. This is just me putting my opinion out there. If I say I'm not a big fan of this album, just take it on the chin. If you guys like it, you like it. It's no biggie. My lists are my lists, your lists are your lists. That's all this is here on this channel, guys. And I really don't mind disagreements or anything like that. But, there's still a nice way to put it and whatnot. And, that's all it is. It's just, you got to take it on the chin. It's all, it's all friendly here. That's all I want it to be. And that's all I'm saying, We're just going to keep it. That's just how I feel on the matter there, I guess. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to get started now, son. I have every Blondie album and Debbie Harry album, or Deborah Harry album, that is available on vinyl. I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky. I've been collecting Blondie for a long time now, and I really got into collecting them about 2 months ago. And I already had all their early stuff. I just wanted to get complete, so I had to get their late stuff. There are 2 Blondie albums and 1 Deborah Harry record. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, it's really early in the morning here, guys. I'm still waking up. That were not put out on vinyl, but they were put out on CD, and I've got the CDs in here, and I'm going to go in complete chronological order. So we're going to go from Blondie's first album all the way to the most recent release from Blondie, and then we're going to go over the Deborah Harry records as well, where they slot in. So yeah, a little bit of background. Me and Blondie. Blondie was actually one of the very first bands I really, really liked. Because, the first band I ever got into was Madness, from my dad. That's when I really started to appreciate music, and then he got me into bands like the Beatles, the Stones, the Who, all the classic old rock ones. And then, the 70s was my next venture, where I got into bands like the Electric Light Orchestra, David Bowie. But again, all really from my dad, buying greatest hits from all these artists that he heard as a kid. And I'd hear them as well, and I'd go, oh man, that's amazing, I've got to pick it up. Blondie actually come from my granddad, really. My granddad, my granddad grew up really in, in the 50s and 60s. He heard a lot of the real old jazz musicians and all the big band music. He liked all that kind of stuff. But the one, newer artist for him, back when he was in his youth, was Blondie. in the 70s, he really got into Blondie. And, you know, he played Blondie all through his life. And, you know, when I was younger, I remember going around his house and he'd have Blondie on. Whenever my nan wasn't operating the stereo system, because my nan's a massive music fan. She's a 60s rock and roll girl. So she loves things, you know, like Buddy Holly, Cliff Richard, stuff like that. So whenever she wasn't operating it, we'd have Blondie on. My granddad would have Blondie on normally. And it was really cool. I really got into Blondie through that. And I have such fond memories of listening to Blondie. When I'm sitting around my granddad's house with my nan, we'd be, you know, when I was young, we'd be playing board games or something. Blondie would just be on in the background. So I have really fond memories of Blondie's early hits from that. So it's a really nice touch that this band has on me, really. But anyway, let's get started now because, you know, I haven't shown a record yet. We're 5 minutes in. So anyway, we're going to start off with Blondie's debut album. This is an original UK press. And it is, of course, self-titled Blondie. And I love this cover. You'll see I've actually bought this one on CD as well. Whoop, there it is. Because I really do love this album. It's one of the best debuts. The cover's awesome. The back cover is amazing. What we got on here? We got Ex-Offender, which is a classic line. In the Flesh is really good as well. I'm actually a fan of the... I'm not sure where the song's from. It's on this compilation here. They've done like a modern remix of the song In the Flesh, and it's really cool as well. Then we got Man Overboard. That's a really good song. Kung Fu Girls is a good one as well. But it's a bit of a tricky album to get hold of on vinyl and original press. But it's definitely worth doing because it's a really cool album. And as I say, I'd definitely say it is up there as among one of the best debut albums. And then, of course, it's followed up with Plastic Letters, this album here. Now, I can't lie, this is the only Blondie album that I have here which isn't in great condition. I could do with an upgrade on this one. So when I'm out and about car boots and record fairs, if I find a cheap copy of this in better condition, I probably will swap it out, to be fair. But, yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's got a sticker on here, which is nice. I always like it when I get one like that, including the hit single Denise there. I'm not as big of a fan of the cover on this one, nor the back cover really. They all look a bit... Well, Debbie Harry looks a little bit stoned, maybe. I don't know, but but the songs on here, you know, Denise is a great song. What else we got on here? I'm on E. That's a good track. No Imagination's a good one. So there's some good tracks on here. I don't think this is quite as good as their debut, but it's a very good second album, you know. It's also a little bit writing up there, you can probably see. So I really could do with a better copy of this one. But there's that one. And then, of course, this is when we get into Blondie's epic phase. They had these two really, really well-received albums, especially this one. And, of course, it is Parallel Lines. And, you know, someone made a comment on my video, Top 10 Best and Top 10 Worst Blondie songs, saying that Blondie is really too balanced. And I do agree with that, really. I look at everything up to probably up to The Hunter, I'd say, as one thing from Blondie. And then, you know, everything that comes afterwards from another band, almost. So, I mean, it's really cool how you have these two very different sounds from one band, but this is definitely my favourite album from the early Blondie stuff, I'd say. You know, we have Hanging on the Telephone, which is a cover, which is really cool. One Way or Another, fantastic. Picture This, fantastic. 11:59 is a personal favourite of mine. Sunday Girl, Heart of Glass, you know, Just Go Away, really good. It's a really cool album. And the cover to it, I love the artwork to this album. It's, you know, very eye-catchy and very memorable. It's a really, really cool record, this one. So yeah, Parallel Lines, gotta get it. And then, of course, it is followed up with Eat to the Beat, which I don't think is quite as good. Because I know I've seen a few people say that they think it's better. I'm not sure if I go that far, but it's a really good album. So Eat to the Beats. This one has Dreaming, which is fantastic. The title track is fantastic. Slow Motion's good. Atomic. Love that track. And then Living in the Real World is another personal favourite of mine. So it's a really good album still, though. Honestly, it does come close to Parallel Lines for me. It's a fantastic record. And then, of course, we get Auto Americans. I always forget the title of this one. I really like the cover to this one. It's a really cool cover. And there's the back. I can't actually remember the track listing off the top of my head. So we have to go inside because they don't put it on the bloody jacket. So I can actually show you the inner sleeve for this one. Lovely. And do we get the tracks on this side? Nope. Got to go in further. Got to go all the way to the record. So let's have a look at what we got on here. Live It Up. I remember that one. That's a good one. Go Through It. That's another one. Quite like that track. And then Rapture, of course. Rapture is one of the all-time classics from Blondie. Fantastic song. T-Birds is good. And Follow Me. That's a good one. So, again, just a really good album. Yeah, it's... I mean, some people, I would imagine, would class Blondie's, you know, as like one of those trio bands where they had those 3 really good albums, you know. Parallel Lines, Eat to the Beat, and then Auto Americans here, but I don't know, I still like those early first 2 albums a lot as well, so. And then here we hit our first Debbie Harry record. This is probably her best one. This is Cuckoo. Horrible cover, don't like it. But yeah, I played this album and really enjoyed it. It's a really good album. There's a lot of fun stuff on here, a lot of quirkiness, but it's a really good album. There's the tracks. So yeah, first Debbie Harry record. Cuckoo. And then here we've got the best of Blondie. And this was my dad's. I think my granddad bought this to my dad, and my dad said I could have it in my collection. This was the first Blondie record I ever got in my collection. It's the best of Blondie. Every copy I see of this says it comes with a poster, but I've never seen one with a poster. And yeah, every song on here is just phenomenal, really. Hourglass, Denise, The Tide is High, In the Flesh, Sunday Girl, Dreaming, Hanging on the Telephone, Rapture, Picture This, Union City Blue, what else we got? Call Me, Atomic. There's a couple songs on here I wouldn't say it's classics, but, you know, very, very good though. But it's an awesome record, love the cover, it's fantastic. Then we're back to Blondie albums, and this is the last Blondie album for a while here, I believe. And this is the one which looks like it's going to be a cheesy 80s album, The Hunter. I really hate this cover, because you look at it and you go, oh, this is going to reek of the 80s, is this where Blondie goes a bit... No, some very, very good stuff on here. I love Island of Lost Souls, that is fantastic. For Your Eyes Only is good. Yeah, the album isn't as consistent as their previous ones, because you do get a couple tracks on here which are a bit like, you know, but the album is pretty well, you know, it's still got some good songs on. And here we got another Debbie Harry record. We've got Rockbird. I really love what she's done with this album, because you can get multiple versions of it where they've changed the colour of the text, which is really nice. Get a little collectible series going there, kind of like Genesis Abacaba. Which is really cool. Yeah, I can't lie, I can't really remember the tracks too well on this one, but I remember enjoying this album, so. And then this is really interesting. This is Debbie Harry / Blondie, 12-inch remixes on a double vinyl set. So you get remixes of, you know, all these songs, which is really awesome. It's a nice little item to have, actually, because I really like 12-inch remixes sometimes, so that's cool. And then, I really don't like the cover to this, but I remember enjoying the music. Another Debbie Harry record. And this is Deaf, Dumb and Blonde. So yeah, I don't like the cover to that at all. But, yeah, it's not a bad album. I've played it and it's enjoyable enough. So yeah, it's that one. And then this one here, I wasn't too interested in buying this, to be honest, because it's just a compilation. I've got all these songs elsewhere. But this vinyl is really rare. It tends to go for about £50. Someone put an auction up on eBay at just £5. And no one bid. So I'm like, oh, fine, I'll have it for a £5, I guess, because it's quite rare. This is the complete picture. The very best of Deborah, Harry and Blondie. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a double vinyl. It's not a gatefold, though, but you get a load of tracks on there. So if I ever want to hear the best of Deborah Harry / Blondie, This is where I'm going. Next one up, this is the really, really rare Blondie related vinyl. And it's a Debbie Harry solo album. This is called Deprivation from 1993. And because it was so rare, I made a point to play this album as soon as I got it. And I've played it like 2 times since because I really like it. It's a really good album. Yeah, the artwork on it's very strange. It took me ages to work out what this back picture was. It's might be Deborah Harry, I'm not sure. Someone will have to let me know. But it's basically a woman naked going across a chair on a bed. Took me ages to figure it out. But yeah, I like this album a lot. It's good. Here we hit the CDs, so I'm going to go really quick here because they're not too interesting. So the first album up from 1999, yep, is No Exit, which was kind of a comeback for Blondie because it had a massive hit single on Maria, which is a really cool song. And this is a really good album. There's only one track on it that I don't like, and that's the title track. It's horrible. And then this is the album that everyone kind of forgets about from Blondie from 2003, and this is called The Curse of Blondie. And most people might have seen this CD out and about by this cover. I think this is the intended cover for the album. But anyway, you get a little cardboard slip, and you got that. But there's 15 tracks on here, so it's chock full of songs. The album is... It's a good album, it really is. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a bit lifeless at the same time. And then we get Deborah Harry's last album, which was not put out on vinyl either yet. Necessary Evil. Which is a really good album as well, actually. You know, people... I don't think some people will take Deborah Harry serious as a solo artist. They'll probably just brush it off like, oh, it's the lead singer from Blondie. Her solo stuff, really good. Really good, honestly. Don't underestimate it, is all I'll say. And then we've got my favourite Blondie album from the modern period. This is Panic of Girls. Yeah, the artwork to this is very, very strange. I'm not going to pull the record out, but I can show you what the inner sleeve looks like from in here. I mean, yeah. Very, very strange concept art for that album. But honestly, I love this album to bits. It has a very modern sound to it, which works really well because you have a mix of the Blondie vibe and the modern vibe. And it bounces off each other really well. My favourite song on here is What I Heard. I absolutely adore that song. But I really like Mother and D-Day as well. So, there's that one. And then the modern vibe carried on to this album. And it really took over the Blondie feel. And kind of ruined a lot of good songs here for me. And that is called The Goes to Download. And I think Blondie even knew that this album was really risky. So they included a greatest hits package. Which is very, very... I don't know what word to use. It's very interesting. So you get a lot in here. You get a DVD of a live concert. You get a download of the album. So this is the greatest hits package here. Oh, you get a poster, which is neat. You get a booklet. And then here is the vinyl. Andy Warhol artwork, of course. Pink. So that's the greatest hit stuff there, which is well, you know, it's good. It's you know, you get 3 songs redone, which is nice. Heart of Glass, One Way or Another, and Call Me, all redone, modern versions, and they sound very similar. Just had to readjust the camera quickly because I'm getting low battery warnings and my charging lead can't reach. But anyway, in the second jacket we get, once again, another little booklet for Goes to Download. And yeah, you know, I'm just not really a big fan of this album. The modern sound production that's going for it is a bit overwhelming on this album, to say the least. But this one's on blue vinyl. It's a nice package though, honestly, I'd recommend getting it, because it Goes to Download. There's a couple good tracks on it, and it's nice to hear the redo songs on the other side, and it's an all-round really nice package. As I say, there is a DVD and a download code in there as well, which is nice. So you do get a lot with this record. It's just a bit on the pricey side because there's so much in there. But, yeah, you know, this is from 2014, this one, so it's not too old, so it's still gettable. Right, and then that's it. We're on to the very last album, their most recent release from this year, 2017. I will be doing my albums of the year at the end of 2017. Now, I've got a lot of albums coming, actually. I want to give a quick shout-out to Danny Harrison. He's got a new album coming out. But anyway, this is looking to be very high on my list for 2017 albums. Pollinator by Blondie. It's a really good album. The A-side is much better than the B-side, I'll say that though. Best songs on here for me is the single Fun. It's really good, but I also really like the track Already Naked and Best Day Ever. Really good songs. And then we go into the B-side, and Too Much is good, but I'm not a big fan of the song Gravity. But this is a really good album, and you know, if you're getting into Blondie and you want to figure them out, this is a good album to go with. It's a really good new album from them. But out of Blondie's newer albums, I do prefer Panic at Girls. That is the better album for me. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. That is my entire Blondie vinyl collection and Deborah Harry vinyl collection. As I say, hopefully these albums here will be released on vinyl at some point. I'm sure they will. You know, there's a lot of albums getting remastered at the minute. You know, so hopefully they'll get done. I'm sure they will. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button. Can't speak this morning. Like the video, leave a message, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.